And hello everybody and welcome back to Archangulus Gaming. Archangulus here bringing you some more Black Rose. Alright guys, I've been putting this off for too long because this game truly scares the living hell out of me. Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, do remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, leave that nice comment below and make sure you have a spare pair of clean underwear because Black Rose is really scaring the hell out of me. Alright, okay, so what do I do? Just story mode to continue on from the checkpoint? Yeah, because you remember guys, we got to this point, we actually managed to escape from Myrtle, and now we've got something to do. I think it's a guy who's got like telekinesis or something. What's this?
It's even weirder. This place has a serious lockdown system. Yesterday was the first time I've ever seen it used, and many of the workers, including myself, were ordered to wait in the family room until the situation was taken care of. No one I've spoken to about it knows why it was done, or at least they won't say. All I know is that these safety glass windows and electronic gates appear to be designed for keeping things in rather than out. I was the first responder that day. I was the first and only person to make it to Myrtle's side before she passed away. She managed to give Sullivan a parting "I love you" on that baby monitor, but that was the last communication they ever had. The last thing she ever did was give me that piece of paper. It was a short poem she had written for Sullivan earlier that day.
Which we found, I think.
And I promised her I would. Then she slipped away. I guess Sullivan had picked up by Myrtle's weak rasping in the baby monitor that something was happening to her, because soon after she had passed, he came running into the hall from the upstairs arrangement room. But he was too late. She was gone. That's when he broke down. I'd never seen him show so much emotion towards Myrtle before. Then, of course, the rest happened. I'll keep my promise, even now. It's all I can do for my dear friends.
Alright, so that's given us a little bit of understanding about what happened, with Myrtle and all that, but question is what do they mean by the rest happened?
There are a lot of strange things I've seen around this place. For instance, the fireplace that isn't even a real fireplace. It's some kind of ladder shaft, but there's a tough metal grate fastened over it that appears to be controlled electronically, most likely by the lockdown system. I'm assuming the shaft leads down to the basement, but it must have been sealed off because it's not accessible from anywhere down there. Another thing I've started wondering about is a metal handle that's been sitting on Michael's desk for about a month now. I asked about it once out of curiosity, but he avoided giving me a direct answer. He told me it broke off of something. I had already assumed this, seeing as it's covered in dirt and rusted around the edges where it had clearly been attached to something for a very long time. Perhaps the biggest mystery I've encountered here is the place Myrtle always went for privacy. She was often depressed, so she was always going into the downstairs hall on her way to wherever it was she went to be alone. However, she seemed to vanish. The only place she could have gone from that hallway is down into the basement, but I went down there one day to ask her something and I couldn't find her. I'm wondering if there's a secret room somewhere down there. After all, I did learn from Michael that this building is from the 1600s, long before it was ever a funeral home. Buildings as old as this one sometimes have quite a few secret areas.
So we're looking for a room with a secret area. I bet we're about to encounter something. I called it. I said, didn't I?
They still haven't buried them. Sullivan has been lying in his coffin now for 2 days, and Myrtle for 3. Because Conrad refused to touch Myrtle's coffin after her funeral, it had to be put aside so Sullivan could have his. Conrad still simply doesn't want to have anything to do with the burial of either of them, even if all he's doing is preparing a future grave without actually touching the coffins. I'm starting to wonder if he had some type of unpleasant encounter with Myrtle and Sullivan's coffins, or he heard some absurd rumor about their corpses. What's sad is that Myrtle and Sullivan don't have relatives who care enough about their burials to actually do something about this. Michael was embarrassed to have to tell all the relatives and friends that the actual burials couldn't be held yet. Even so, none of them objected. Maybe they just didn't see a point in doing so, considering the person they would be doing it for is already gone. I don't know. As far as feeling nervous around coffins, I do get a strange vibe now in the visitation room. The atmosphere in there is starting to feel different. The air feels heavier, a little bit oppressive even. It seems to be more noticeable today than it was yesterday. I'm not quite sure if I believe in ghosts or not, but it seems to fit what I've heard before about locations having uncomfortable, negative energy due to evil or extremely upset spirits. Maybe it's just normal stuffy air. There aren't any windows in there, and it is the middle of summer.
Oh, so that door's now openable again. Nothing in here as of yet. I'm sure we're about to get a rather unpleasant experience soon. Oh, there's a note down there. I don't think I've seen this one before.
It turns out that Devin got into the morgue by stealing Sullivan's key card from the office. Mrs. Raines had been in there and forgot to lock it when she left. Nobody knows exactly how the kid figured out the passcode, but considering what a flake his mother is, that's probably just something else she inadvertently compromised. They're burying Sullivan with a few of his belongings from the funeral home. I guess because he had worked here for so long and was so loyal to his job. Michael revealed that one of those belongings is Sullivan's key card. Of course, they would need to deactivate it from the system to avoid any breaches and the chance that it was stolen. But then again, Mrs. Raines would be the one who would do that. I discovered earlier today that Devin had stolen the system lock override key as well and hidden it somewhere in the building. This has got to be the most troublesome, ill-behaved kid I have ever encountered.
Well, nothing as of yet. I think that won't do anything. I'm not sure which way to go. We'll try down the stairs. Nothing under here. That should be... Alright, we're going to keep that closed. Right, well, we'd already got this lock off. We've still got one more lock that we need to somehow figure out how to get through. Though why, I haven't got a clue. Can't get out of there. Apparently this kid had the... Oh, please tell me we don't have to go back down into the basement. It was bad enough the first time. I really don't want to have to go near Myrtle's coffin again. Alright. So the question is where do I go? Can't get through the grate. That door's badly warped. As far as I can tell, there's nothing in here. Oh, hello. Grief-stricken man killed by train after blinding himself? Sullivan and Myrtle as children. 57-year-old Sullivan James, one of the few funeral directors at Chenmire Hills Funeral Home, was killed Monday after he tripped and fell onto the tracks of an oncoming train. According to co-workers at the funeral home, James has slipped into a state of grief-stricken hysteria just minutes earlier after experiencing an emotional breakdown over the death of childhood friend and co-worker Myrtle Varnworth, who had been suffering from severe brain tumour which doctors had deemed inoperable. Probably operable now. Mrs. Varnworth passed away 9 days after the end of her predicted death date. James, devastated, apparently gouged out his own... Oh, God. Using a scalpel from the funeral home's preparation. Oh, God. How could somebody do that to themselves? Oh, my God. He managed to scramble out of a nearby window. Miles Treadman, an embalmer at Chadmar Hills Funeral Home, and a short-time co-worker of Mr. James, had begun to chase after the frenzied man through the field behind the building, but was not able to catch him before he reached a nearby segment of railroad tracks and tripped and falling down on top of them. Treadman and a few other eyewitnesses reported that James made no attempt to get up as the train quickly rolled in. Grief-stricken Sullivan James was killed on the impact, the fast-moving train hitting him with such force that he was severed into 3 pieces. It's been speculated by those who knew the man that his fatal episode was driven guilt for not treating his long-time friend how he had lived, how he believed he should have. This double tragedy at Chanmire Hills Funeral Home has sparked a great deal of public interest in the site and has become an attraction for loitering and vandalism among young people. In the 3 days that have passed since the incident, 3 arrests have been made. They neither buried either of them, and both are still here. There's something written on the back. They say that if you take his rose, he wakes up. That's the only way his coffin will open up. I heard that he also tears you into 3 pieces if he catches you. No, thank you. I don't want to look under the table. They won't find it ever. What do you mean they won't find it ever? The body of Sullivan James?
All those attending the funeral service for Sullivan James, please gather in the visitation room.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm just going to go this way. No. Oh, shoot. Something on the floor here. Key in a... I'm guessing that's a coffin. Do I have to go through? Dare you, double dare you. That's the Black Rose. Why do I have to do this stuff? I don't want to take it. I know if I take it, there's going to be some bad stuff happening. Fortunately, I can't avoid it, can I? Why do they look like they're glowing? The lion head. Sorry, buddy.
Sullivan James was blind as a bat. Sullivan James fell down flat. Sullivan James is withered and blue. Sullivan James is coming for you.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I hate playing this game. So where the hell was I meant to go? Alright. So we're back here. I mean,
To make things easy.
so we've got that letter there. Got that letter there. We come here, there's laughter.
They still.
Right. Now where did we go? Because we know we need the second key. Wasn't around here. Now where did I went? Because there was nothing in the basement. Nothing in there. That just leads back downstairs. That was locked.
It turns out that.
Oops. This is where we see the ghost child. They stitched him back together.
All those attending the funeral service for Sullivan James, please gather in the visitation room.
Right. So we need to come out here, come out here. We need to aim for the staircase. Probably head to the chapel.
Sullivan James was blind as a bat. Sullivan James fell down flat. Sullivan James is withered and blue. Sullivan James is coming for you.
He got me. Alright. Looks like the chapel wasn't the place to go, so... Question is where do we go? Alright guys, let's give this one more try. This time, like with Myrtle, we'll just keep on running around like an absolute nutter trying to stay away from Sullivan James.
There.
Oh. That door open? Yep, it was. Now, where is it we wanted to go? We wanted to go... No, it wasn't this way just yet. We wanted to go to the... to the chapel. That's where we find that kid, isn't it?
It turns out that
he stitched his body back together. God.
All those attending the funeral service for Sullivan James, please gather in the visitation room. Sullivan James was blind as a bat. Sullivan James fell down flat. Sullivan James is withered and blue. Sullivan James is
Let me out!
waiting for you.
Oh, we just got past him there. Hey, he's still coming. I cannot see where I'm going. Ah, shit! God, that was scary. And suddenly fell where he... Scary card. That was scary. Please enter the passcode. Unknown. Well, we haven't found a passcode yet, so... Right, I'm guessing we're going to have more encounters with Sullivan than the kid. Damn, that was scary. Nothing in this room.
They still haven't
No,
buried.
we know that one. But holy Peter Coladas, that was scary. That one's still warped. Can we get through it? I don't see anything different down here. Do you guys? I mean, because we've got the newspaper. Paper under the table's missing now. Alright, let's... As much as I don't want to go in there. May have to. Nope, that room's closed now. Nothing under the stairs. I don't know. Alright, so we know we're going to need something. Oh, hello. What's this? Count the lines between the lines. Okay, what we got here? Count the lines between the lines. Okay. So, let's see. We've got X's and... or not. X's are normally known as lines. So, let's see. 1, 3, 2... 2. No. How many lines can we make? 1, 2. That'd be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So what was that? 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 1, 5, 2. 2, 1, 5, 2. Let's try that. Oh. No. Alright, let's add them all up then. Okay, 1, 6, 2, 5. No. Count the lines between the lines. The lines between the lines. Oh, count the lines between the lines. The X's are made of 2 lines, aren't they? Okay, so 2. What's that? 2, 4, 6. 4 and 4. So it's 2, 6, 4, 4. Let's try that. No. Alright. Add the zeros as one line, because it's literally one line to draw an O, isn't it? Unless you get really complicated in maths and then it's an infinite number of lines, but I think they're going to simplify it to that. So that'll be 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2, 9, 4. So 2, 9, 4, 7. Access granted. S. James. Oh God. Please be a save point. Well, that's a loading screen, so that's a save point. Okay, this looks like the morgue itself. Alright guys, I think this is where I'm going to call an end to it, because I don't know about you guys, but I am completely wigged out. I can't do anymore. So thanks for joining me, guys. Catch you next time on Archangulus Gaming, where we will try and finish off a bit more of this game. Which, oh my god, being chased around by Sullivan James was creepy. Alright guys, catch you next time. Have a blessed day. And I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.